I just wanted to welcome you all, seeing lots of names coming in. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day. Just to say a couple of things, Paula's going to do the whole presentation, then we'll do Q&A at the end. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to the fabulous Paula Alves, founder and owner of Portugal by TravelTailors, a wonderful boutique luxury DMC in Portugal, also operating Portuguese Madeira and Azores. So Paula, I'm going to hand it over to you. I'm going to mute myself and turn my camera off, and it's all over to you.
Thank you, Becky. Thank you. And hello, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me here. We're going to go through a really lovely itinerary in Portugal based on traditions, artisanal and not only, and some fun experiences as well, and absolutely beautiful properties. This is looking at Portugal a little bit beyond the postcard and beyond what we normally see as the most visited areas. So covering traditions, we have handcrafts, we have cultural heritage, gastronomy, wine, music, nature, hospitality. And from our side, as Portugal by TravelTailors, we are a DMC that will provide you a very dedicated and creative team with deep knowledge of all local traditions and of the diverse regions of the country and continental and islands always. Please consider Portugal as a whole. We have access to authentic experiences, and we will be your eyes and ears on the ground here in Portugal. Why this really matters to me, Portuguese traditions take me back to my childhood and my summers in Portugal, and they're some of my best memories because I grew up in the United States. So I would come to Portugal in the summer almost every year or every 2 years. And all of this is really what is close to my heart and what makes me want to sell Portugal the best way possible to the partners we work with and that we cherish, of course. So let's start. Now, this itinerary starts in Porto and comes out of Lisbon. If your clients can do this, this is always the best way because they don't have to go back to the same starting point and they can cover more ground. They can do it the other way around. It doesn't make a difference. We like to start in Porto because we go from north to south and we start at, well, we'll get there, a very beautiful property. So in Porto, you have a vibrant city, strong traditions, and then going off to the Douro Valley, you have beautiful scenery, amazing landscapes and the river. In the Alentejo region, coming down to the center of the country, a little bit below the center, you have beautiful plains and gorgeous landscape as well, warm family estates and cozy feelings. And the Algarve, you have beautiful beaches, not only, very lovely traditions that you'll see in a bit. And then coming out through Lisbon, you have another gorgeous city, one of the most beautiful and vibrant capitals of Europe. Starting off in the north of Portugal now, this experience that's here is embroidery on these beautiful little handkerchiefs. These were made by young ladies many years ago that really didn't have much schooling. So the poems, the love poems that they would write on these handkerchiefs normally had grammatical errors or spelling errors. And they are done this way still today to keep the tradition. This one is actually being made by my aunt, and it was offered to clients as a gift when they were here. She actually added their initials and the date of a special event that they were having. And we can give this as a gift to clients. Clients can enjoy a workshop learning how to make this. The tradition was that the ladies would make these handkerchiefs, they would offer it to, or have someone give it to the gentleman that they were keen on. And if he corresponded, he would show it off either on his shoulders or in his pocket. And this beautiful little story we told to the client when we offered him the handkerchief, he actually put it on his shoulders, which was very cute. And we can make different sizes. I have one here that's very lovely. It's small and it just has the word love. So these are beautiful little welcome gifts that can be offered if it's a special occasion to your clients as well, besides actually enjoying this traditional workshop. Hiking in beautiful villages very close to Porto. This is a lovely granite and slate village about 30 minutes from Porto. And it's a truly authentic experience and really what clients are looking for when they want something unique and to feel that they went somewhere completely different. These are beautiful little towns, and there's many of them. They can enjoy these hikes, discovering the towns. Learning how to make filigree. This is a tradition in Portugal, and your clients can have a workshop with an artisan. They can learn how to make a small piece. They will give a different value to this art. It is very detailed. It's very intricate. You can see the heart that I'm wearing. It's the same one that's in the picture. And these are very, very difficult things to make. We work actually with one of the artisans in the north of Portugal that made the heart that was offered to Sharon Stone as a gift. It's very large, it's beautiful, and your clients can have a workshop with this artisan or other artisans. They can actually do a piece, or they can just observe and watch how this beautiful art is made. And in Porto, the hotels we would love to consider is the one I was mentioning in the beginning of the webinar. The Vila Foz Hotel and Spa is one of our very favorites because it's a beautiful manor house, very, very authentic. The new building that was added onto the hotel is also absolutely beautiful with gorgeous ocean-facing rooms. Your clients will start off, they'll kick off their trip in the best way possible, perfect way, because Portugal is all about the ocean, and this hotel is facing the ocean. You have a gorgeous view, it's very relaxing, and you don't feel like you're in an overpowered city or with a lot of busyness around. You feel comfortable, you feel relaxed, you feel like you're on vacation, and you have a great Michelin restaurant on property as well, and a great spa. Now, if clients want to be in the city center, mind you, that Vila Foz is only a 15-minute drive, so it is very easy. But clients can always choose other options, and we love the Tyrrell properties. There's a number of Tyrrell hotels in Porto city center. This one we chose to present here is 1884. It's a very centrally located, very, very boutique with only 11 rooms, and clients will feel absolutely special and well taken care of in such a beautiful and boutique property, walking distance from everywhere. Now we're going off to the Douro Valley. And here, the first experience that we're suggesting is a port wine painting. Yes, you can paint with port wine. This painting here was actually done by myself in a workshop that we did with an artist. So you're in a beautiful setup with vineyards all around, a relaxing location in the Douro Valley, and you're sipping some port wine and painting with different tones, different colored port wines. You have the ruby, the tawny, the white, and it's really a lovely experience, and then something that your clients will take home with them and they can have framed and always remember this beautiful time they had in the Douro Valley. Now, cruising in the Douro, it's not necessarily artisanal like the things we've been talking about up till now, but it is one of the most authentic experiences to enjoy in the Douro Valley, either a sailing boat or a vintage boat or even a rebelo boat. And in that sense, it is traditional because the rebelo boats took the port wine to the city of Porto to be stored and to be sold, to be exported. So this experience does touch tradition, and clients can enjoy a visit to a winery. They can have a great lunch and taste Douro table wines and some port wines as well. Having experiences related to gastronomy is something we do all over the country. Here in the Douro Valley, we have some chefs that we work with. One is a Viscountess and other chefs, and clients can enjoy the traditional Portuguese kitchen with the wood oven, the iron pots, and have a beautiful experience making some cabbage soup and making these bread-filled, they're called bolas. So it's bread stuffed with different flavors like chicken or sardines or ham and cheese, and they'll have this lovely experience and enjoy a complete dinner once that is done. Now, in the Douro Valley, we would suggest, for example, the Quinta São José do Barrilário. It's a very new property, and the location is superb. You feel absolutely immersed in the valley, vineyards all around. All of the rooms have a view of the vineyards, and some have a bit of a river view, a lovely spa on property, a beautiful little chapel. Clients can enjoy the relaxing scenery. They can have a picnic in the vineyards. So it's a great choice and very, very immersive of the location. And of course, I'm sure all of you know the Six Senses very well. The Six Senses in the Douro Valley is an amazing property, and we all know it is great service. And this really is a great choice with a beautiful historical garden on property. So you definitely can't go wrong. And the location is superb in the center of the Douro Valley. Now we're coming down to the Alentejo. Please keep in mind that from the Douro Valley to the Alentejo, you're going to have about a 5-hour drive. Your clients will have to be okay with this, or maybe consider a stop and a sleep along the way. We can always add that in the center of Portugal, and you have a beautiful property, the Valverde Centar. I'm adding this in just so you know. We will always take all of this into account and discuss with you if it makes sense or not to do such a long drive, to stop along the way. You can always have your clients stop to just visit a different location as well. Now we're here in the Alentejo, and one of the most beautiful experiences here is really the weaving, the carpet weaving. It is absolutely beautiful. Clients will learn about the wool process and the looming, and they can try to make something and understand all of the artisanal work that is behind this. Another lovely experience is the Canto Alentejano. This is UNESCO Intangible Heritage. It is a song that is sung typically by the farmers in the Alentejo region, and it's in a cappella style and very unique. You really have to hear it to understand it. It's absolutely unique. We had an amazing experience with this dinner and Canto Alentejano that is here during our blackout, which I'm sure you all heard of, the blackout that happened in Portugal, Spain, France this year. We were not able to speak with anyone, and we had clients that had this experience planned for that evening, and we had no idea, and no one could talk to the restaurant, the clients. So we prayed and we found out the next morning that the clients had the most wonderful experience of their life. And we really work with the best partners, because the team at the restaurant, they decided to start up their wood oven. They got everything prepared. They prepared the dinner. They went to get the farmers and told them, listen, we don't know if the clients are going to show up, but we have to be prepared. They filled the restaurant, which is a beautiful underground with arched ceilings and stone, with candles. It was filled up with like 50 candles probably. So the clients were by themselves having an amazing dinner, listening to the Canto Alentejano, and it was truly one of the most memorable experiences they had. And it goes to show that the Portuguese are truly hospitable and go out of their way to ensure that everything takes place the way it's supposed to take place. Also in the Alentejo, the craft of amphora wine. The amphora is the shaped vessel that you see here in these pictures, and they're obviously very large, the ones that are used to make the wine. It's a lovely experience, very traditional. The whole process is understood by the clients while they're there, and then they taste this different style of wine. If your clients are very interested in wine and gastronomy, they can actually enjoy a variety of tastes from north to south of the country and really discover all of these genuine styles and flavors. And this will truly enrich the full experience of Portugal. Now in the Alentejo, one of my most favorite properties in all of Portugal really is the São Lourenço do Barrocal. It's extremely beautiful. It was a working farm for many, many years. It's a family estate, and it is also very large. So the feeling of actually being in almost like you're in a destination all by itself is overpowering. It is absolutely a beautiful scenery. You see the town of Monserrate on the hill a little bit further away from the property. They have horses on property so clients can go horse riding, an amazing restaurant, and they're extremely sustainable in the sense that they produce their own meat, wine, honey, olive oil. It is truly a unique place to stay, and actually feeling, you're in the bedrooms that were rooms of the farmers is pretty amazing. And another lovely property in the Alentejo, a family-owned property, also extremely sustainable, Torre de Palma. They are excellent wine producers and have won numerous awards as well. This is a beautiful estate with Roman ruins just off to the side, which is also a very unique add-on that your clients can discover on property. And they also have horses. Now coming down to the Algarve, it is not all about the beach. The Algarve has numerous amazing activities for clients to enjoy. And one of them is in a small town, a bit further north from the ocean. And clients can understand different artisanal work. This coppersmith that we met with that restarted actually. He was retired and has started to teach new and young artisans this art of making these pots. These are cataplenas, and the cataplenas are used for a very specific dish from the Algarve. It's like a fish stew, very delicious. And your clients can go and see and understand how this is made, as well as other artisanal works, and go to a pastry shop with one of our best guides in the Algarve. And then they can have a beautiful cooking workshop to learn how to actually make the cataplana. So all of this can be intertwined and have a true connection, and they'll also enjoy delicious meals that they can replicate at home. And these cataplanas, they come a little bit from the idea of the tagine from Morocco's. Please keep in mind that we have a great deal of influence from Morocco's, especially in the south of Portugal. And of course, oyster experiences. This is very traditional in the Algarve. Many of our oysters are sold to France. A lot of the famous French oysters come from the Algarve and other areas of Portugal where they're produced. So your clients can go to a lovely oyster farm. They can enjoy a boat ride, stopping by some of the lovely sandbanks that we have along the coast. This is the true Algarve experience, this area of Culatra, Rio Formosa, Armona, very, very beautiful. And there are numerous hiking options by the ocean or in the mountainside, or even jeep tours in the mountainside of the Algarve. So again, not all about beach, but all of this can be intertwined. And in the Algarve, we really love the Bella Vista Hotel. I will be very honest, it is not in the location we love the most of the Algarve, but it is an absolutely gorgeous property, centrally in the Algarve, and from there it's very easy to visit different areas of this region, and your clients can enjoy a very large beach right in front of the property, and the hotel has an absolutely fabulous Michelin restaurant as well. Also the Virlago, which is a new property. They're still building a number of townhouses and apartments, which will be completed in a couple of years, but many of them are ready. And this will work very well for families. And they're also located by the ocean in a beautiful area of the Algarve, where many of the locals love to enjoy their summer vacations, the area of Praia Verde. And coming up to Lisbon, I'm sure many of you have heard of Fado. So Fado is also UNESCO Intangible Heritage, and it is something you have to feel, you have to experience. Fado, enjoying a Fado dinner with song, or having a tour with a specialist Fado singer around the area of Lisbon where the Fado started. This is a beautiful experience that clients can enjoy in an evening, and then maybe go to a restaurant and tile painting, a workshop, understanding how to make the actual tiles, and then painting a tile, or just painting a tile. Quite a few options here. And adding to this, going and visiting the tile museum, or with a guide going around the city to see the different buildings with different tile styles and understanding all of the heritage behind the tile. And another beautiful experience in Lisbon is a private tram experience. It's very traditional to go on the tram in Lisbon, and we can do this in private, even for just a couple. They can take their guide with them and go through the tram route and understand all of the different areas that the tram goes by, and have a different style of guided tour in the city on a tram. And we can finish this off with a pastel de nata and a cherry liquor in a chocolate cup, which is very delicious. And in Lisbon, one of the properties that we love is the Ludovice, Palace Ludovice. Absolutely beautiful, very well located, just across from one of the most beautiful viewpoints of the city, where you can see the castle on the opposite hill, and the Bairro Alto Hotel. Another lovely property, very close to the Palace Ludovice, actually. And both of these properties are very boutique, with great restaurants and great locations for clients to go around and see the city. Now, Having covered our itinerary, just for you to understand very quickly how we work, and any of you that want a better explanation, please let us know and we can have a private virtual call to discuss. We will always have a personalized first contact with you if you allow us, and we can plan a virtual call, discuss what your clients are looking for, and we go up to 3 revisions of the plan of the itinerary. And when we create a 4th revision, we want a commitment to continue to move forward. We only work with 4 and 5-star properties. We do handle self-drives, and we don't necessarily have a minimum spend per day. Things have to be logical. So the client's budget has to make sense with what they're looking for and what their time of travel will be. We also have an option of a consulting fee if your clients are on a lower budget and want to have someone take care of their itinerary, give them ideas. We can discuss a consulting fee for this instead of a full itinerary. And just for you to have an idea around pricing, 7 nights for a couple, 4 stars will be around the 12, 13K net. And this is a very basic start off idea. Of course, if we're talking about hotels like Six Senses, these things might change. And if you go to the 5 stars, we would be talking about probably a 15 to 18K net, and always in euros. And here you have our team, very dedicated to you. The emails that you can use to send requests, always to our general Portugal email, and I have access to all of these emails. I'm aware of what's going on, and I'm dealing directly with the team. You have here our website, LinkedIn, and Instagram. For whatever you need, just let us know. We're here for you. And there are many other experiences, as you can see here, like picnics and embroidery and bread making and very weaving, very beautiful dinners. So many, many options to choose from and to delight your clients so that they help you sell Portugal even better. And I think now I will pass this on to Becky to see if we have any questions.
Thank you so much, Paula. It just makes me want to come back again and again. I can't see any questions at the moment, but so please, people, do put your questions either in the Q&A section or the chat. Just a quick question from me, Paula. How many days do you think that itinerary minimum people would need to do the actual itinerary you were talking
about? This itinerary covering the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 regions, I would say a minimum of 10 nights, at least 2 nights in each spot, but ideally maybe 1 more in the beginning or the end because of driving distance, etc. So depending on flight departures and flight arrivals, minimum would be 10, ideally 12.
And obviously you can tailor make shorter trips for people that want and longer trips for people that want.
Of course, yes.
And on that note, Paula does organize fam trips during the year, so we will look out for the emails from Travel Kinship and from Portugal by TravelTailors. We'll notify you of fam trip opportunities.
Yes, and if you haven't been to Portugal, let us know, because that's really the best way of selling the country better, is understanding it and really getting to know us as a team and how we operate and how things are done, and understanding all of the logistics. We will be very happy to host.
Absolutely. Fabulous. Okay, thank you so much for your time, Paula, as always.
Thank you. And I know this is just tea, but cheers, everyone. Thank you for joining.
Thank you, everyone, and we look forward to being in touch. Thanks again. Ciao.